Falcons fans, welcome into FalconZone. I'm your host, Jeremy the Impact York from Impact Media. This is our weekly dive into the world of our Atlanta Falcons. And let's just start there. Wow. Wow. Um, Not only did uh the Atlanta Falcons help keep Mike McDonald in that name, the head coach the the Dolphins, he kept his job because the Falcons laid an egg. That building behind me there. 34-10 as the Dolphins defeat our Falcons. It wasn't just defeat. It was full on mollywop. It was, God, just, I don't know. Tua Tagovailoa throws for 4 touchdowns. The last time he threw for 4 touchdowns, I'm pretty sure he was at Alabama. It's not that he's not good. He just had an up and down, um, just up and down go of it. I mean, just never had the lead. Let me get into some of these stats because 20 for 26, 205, 4 touchdowns because Atlanta just handed him the ball in opportune spots. Just because you look and they only rushed for 141 yards, and that was only three of them that did that. Um, let's see, Jalen Waddle, Malik Washington, Devon Arcane, and Ollie Gordon the second, all with your touchdown catches there. Waddle with 99 yards on 5 catches. Just think about the other team scored 34 points on 4 touchdowns and 2 field goals. And the opposing, or in the quarterback that did so, threw for 205 yards. 205. Yeah, excuse me. Getting choked up about it. Can you believe that? They they scored 34 points. 34 points on a quarterback drove for 205. he just bad turnovers. The fumbles, Bijan with one. Just I don't know. They couldn't quite get it going. Kirk Cousins, he I'll be honest, he looked like the Kirk we thought he was. And he did okay. He had to throw 31 times if they were behind. He only threw for 173. He got sacked once. He didn't throw an interception. It's a good thing, right? Sort of. Bijan 9 carries for 25 yards. Now, part of this is because they were behind from the get go. It was like 7-0, and then it was like 17-3 at halftime. And I mean, the bright spot you threw to Kyle Pitts 9 times, and he caught it 9 times. I mean, he had 59 yards. 59. Can you believe that? 59 yards on 9 carries. I mean, on 9 receptions. What was his yards after catch? So we know it's not even on here. Cotterell Hodge had a couple. Casey, I mean, clearly you're missing Drake London, but you're not a one-dimensional team. Usually other people get involved too, but just no Darnell Mooney. I mean, Tyler Algier, nobody stepped up when you needed it, and I just it puts this team in a weird spot because Miami did fire their GM, which is just something. They fired their GM. He probably had it coming. Mike McDaniel, that's his name, right? Mike McDaniel is the coach. They fired the GM, but you made Tua, or you gave Tua the opportunity to look like a Pro Bowler, and he passed around to a bunch of people that they're trying to build with. And like I said, you saved that coach's job because if they would have went 1-7, I'm pretty sure he'd have went with the GM. And now you're only 3-4. I don't think it's Coach Raheem. I don't. I don't think it's your GM. I thought the GM's done an okay job, but maybe this team was supposed to be a playoff team. They're still close. I mean, they're still within range. They can go on a little bit of a run, but I'm just they're not consistent. Not consistent at all. Just I don't know. They just can't quite get it together. The defense was trying to hold it together. I mean, it's good D Alford got a sack, but and you made 82 overall tackles, but I mean, you were tackling people in the second level, not even the first level or the line of scrimmage. You were man, just not a lot of good stuff. And the worst part, once again, you did it back here. You did it at home, and that's not good. That's not good. I think you're if you continue on this path, oh yeah, I think there's going to be some heads rolling. I feel like you're going to turn it around. Um, you do get Penix back. He's going to start this week. It should be a little better. Um, I don't blame Kirk Cousins. He stepped in out of nowhere and at least kept it on the rails. Although the train, I don't know, might have been out of coal from the jump. Not sure what happened with that, but I mean, you look at the standings of the Falcons right now. They are three, yeah, technically 3 games behind Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is 6-2. Carolina 4-4. Atlanta 3-4. Neither of them had byes, and neither has New Orleans. New Orleans is at 1-7. You don't want to get in that territory, and you don't want to be drafted in the top 10 this year too. It's supposed to be way better than that. And if you do, there's a lot of people you can go get. But no, this is supposed to be an up and up year. Like I said, I had this team winning 7, 8, 9. I mean, not 7, 10 games, 11 games, maybe 12. They played what, 7? I mean, they can go 13-4. I guess they can go 13-4. I doubt it, but I mean, they could go 13-4. They have to win everything. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to win a lot of them. They've got some really good games coming up with some really good opportunities to be able to put this together. Like I said, you're better than New Orleans. You're actually better than Carolina, but Carolina is finding themselves in good spots. Um, um, you're right there with Tampa Bay. You were better than them in week 1, and you got the short end of the stick, and they figured it out. And it seems like it's been a tale of 2 seasons ever since. But we got to be able to put this one together. Got to be able to do some better things than this. Like I said, I don't think it's Coach Raheem. I don't think it's the coaching staff, but a lot easier to fire a coach than it is a bunch of players. They've got to really put it together because they got to look at Baltimore started like 2-5 or 1-5 or something like that, and they're putting it together and they might still win their division. Falcons are in that boat. That's pretty much going to be your way in. I don't think you're going to get in as a wild card. You've got to win your division, but you're right there where you can actually win your division. You can actually win your division. I don't think you've played. Let's see what in your division you have played 2. Now you're 0-2. You've played 2. So let me go. Let's see. You got the Patriots this week, then Colts, Panthers, Saints. After the Saints, you have the Jets, the Seahawks, the Buccaneers, the Cardinals, the Rams, and you finish up with the Saints again. I think you can go 3-3 in your division. You might can go 4-2. You'd have to win all those, but I think I mean, yeah, 3-3, right? I mean, I'd put a little thought in that. 3-3. You can go 3-3, and that'll put you in a good spot because that's 3 more wins. So that would put you at 6. So you'd only need to win 4. Let's see. There's 10 games left. I said three. You don't have to win four of those seven to win 10 games. 10 games is going to get you really close to your division. If not, maybe backdoored into a playoff spot. I mean, it can happen. It can definitely happen. But that moves us to this week's game on Sunday on CBS, 1 p.m. start. You're going to be in New England against the Patriots, who have suddenly found a new spark. But you can beat them. You can beat the Patriots. You can remind Drake May of how he used to play. Um, they have a great run defense. So Bijan and Algier are going to have a little bit of a day, but maybe that's going to open up Drake London and Kyle Pitts and Mooney and Hodge and Algier and Bijan out of the backfield. Maybe that gives Penix a chance to run a little bit. There's ways that you can beat the Patriots, folks. Like, sure, they've got a good run defense. That doesn't mean they can't be beat. You can outcoach Vrabel. Vrabel's a really good coach. We knew that. Um, but going into it, I mean, they're not a big run team. They're not. And Stevenson is banged up, I think. He's their leading rusher. So I'm not sure who they're going to put out there, but you have the running advantage. And you might have the passing advantage, but Penix has got to be on it. He can't spend too much time in the pocket, and he can't spend too much time with the ball. He's got to get it out quick because Vrabel is a defensive guy. He was a linebacker and pass rushing specialist, and he could drop in coverage. He was very, very good. So he's got his defense ready to jump. Like ready to jump into this Falcons, jump the line. And I mean, not getting penalties, but ready to jump at the opportunity to take down the Atlanta Falcons that are these teams are similar boat. Similar boat is they're both potentially playoff teams. That's why the Patriots have a good jump on that. But they're both teams that recently kind of needed to rebrand what they were doing because the old way wasn't working. And it seemed like the Patriots were able to put it together a little quicker, but I think the Falcons are right there talent-wise. They've just got to play Falcons football. You've got to establish the run. It's going to be hard. I just told you that. They've got a great run defense. That means it's going to open up pass lanes. So you need to find those pass lanes. You need to find those run lanes when they're there. You're going to have to pressure Drake May into making decisions before he wants to make them. Flush him around a little bit. Have him running around. Not sure he's great at throwing on the run. He may be. I haven't seen him play all that much, but you just have to control this game. And if you can get that win on the road, then you're right back on it. You're back to 500. That should be the goal. Get back to 500 and get back to Falcons football. Can we get back to Falcons football? That's really what we need to do here. I said, get Caden Ellis after people. If you know what to do. You know what to do. This team is capable of winning this. I'm not just saying this because it's a Falcons fan and I'm just trying to spin it where it sounds positive. No, I already crapped all over them earlier. But it's because I think that's the anomaly. As inconsistent as this team is, I think the team that they can be is the one that had the blowout win, and the one that just when they're on, and they've got to be on because I'm sure the weather is going to be 40 degrees with the wind blowing up in Foxborough. It's not going to be fun. You're not going to be in the climate controlled dome. But this Falcons team has a chance to win this. I think they're going to win this. You guys think they're going to win this. And I mean, that's part of what being a fan is, right? I mean, and I hope the Falcons realize that this is a should-win game. And I know people probably think I'm crazy for saying how is 6-2 not supposed to beat 3-4. Well, maybe they are. I'm just saying if you're the Falcons, this is the game that might be one of those coin flip games, and you need to win more coin flip games, and you need to get back to 500. If you get back to 500, I feel like we'll be back to Falcons football, which is the title of today's show, back to Falcons football. And I think the league's not expecting you guys to wake up. So wake up and give it to them as, right in the mouth. Punch them right in the mouth and make sure that the rest of the league and the NFL knows the Atlanta Falcons are a playoff team and they plan on wrecking people this year. But that's it for the show. Not a whole lot more I can say about it. Look forward to talking to you guys a little earlier in the week next week, and we will preview the next game from there. But make sure to check on CBS tomorrow at 1 as they will be up in Foxborough to take on those New England Patriots. And like I said, I think they're going to win. I don't even have a score because I think it could go a lot of different directions, but just know I've got the Falcons winning. I know you've got the Falcons winning, and we have reached the end of the show. So thanks for tuning in to another great edition of FalconZone. I'm your host, Jeremy the Impact York. We will see you guys next week. Deuces, gooses. Go Falcons.